Welcome back to part 5 of disassembly and welding. You'll see I've got the crane set up here, rigged onto the whole thing, to the frame that's left here. So we've got the 4x4 steel frame, the outrigger portions where the tracks come on, and then the whole roll cage. And I wanted to see how heavy this was because I need to make some wheels, some caster things, that I can roll this thing into the trailer and out of the trailer for at the powder coater. It needs to be a way that I can hold it, particularly after painting, and not scratch all the paint up that has just been freshly powder coated. So I want to be able to use these receiver hitch locations that are on all 4 corners. Those are pulling points, and etc. And I've got some casters. These pneumatic ones, and each one is rated for 300 pounds, which would put us at 1,200 pounds total capacity. So after lifting the whole thing with the crane scale, this whole frame weighs 940 pounds, plus a little bit of weight for the steel that I'll use to actually hold the caster wheels. So we should be within capacity of those pneumatic casters. So that'll be good. That'll make it a lot easier to roll it in and out of the enclosed trailer, move it around the shop here as I do some more work on it. And so the next thing on the order agenda here, so I'm going to actually take off this roll cage assembly. I've done a decent amount of welding on it. There's more to go. I want to get it off so it's out of the way and be able to rotate this bottom frame around, because there's some underneath welding that I'll need to do, and it'll be a lot easier to tip this thing up when the roll cage is not on, and it'll be easier to weld the roll cage up with it off. Then for transport, I'll pop it back on. It does sit right on these receiver pins. I did weld those solid, at least the back ones. The front ones have got some serious spot welds on them. We'll weld those up fully. I've welded up in this corner. You can't see it because of the strap and the shackle there, but done quite a bit of welding up in there, and we're going to do some more. You'll notice that pretty much everything is off of here. I do have one actuator in there. I was getting a pin set up for it, but everything else is off. Hydraulic motors are off, the hoses are off, the sheet metal is off. You can see that. Here's the firewall that's been out for a while. The roof panel right there, the side panels, there's some more side panels. All of the sheet metal is off of it now, and that I've accomplished here in this segment. So really the main thing now is welding, and there'll be a little bit of fab, tweaking a few things as we go through welding, but it is down to pretty much welding solid now as we go forward here. There's a few more things to take apart yet and fab on the ramp assembly here, mainly being that under shield tray, so that'll have to be something I work on once I get to that. But I want to get this frame welded up and get it wheeled out of the way, and then I can focus on some of these other smaller items. So anyway, we're going to get this roll cage off. It weighs 61 kilograms, which is a little over 120 pounds, maybe 130 pounds. I don't think that'll be like that. We'll lift this thing up and over onto the bed now. Alright, I got the roll cage over there and onto the trailer. I had to get around to the bed of the truck. I had to get up there and put some wood shims in a few spots. It just took a little bit of time. It was a little tight coming off of the main frame, and the reason why is there was drill shavings from when I drilled the holes for the bolts that hold it down onto those pins. There was shavings that were causing the front ones to hang up. We'll go get a closer view of that. Alright, here's a close-up view of the pin that roll cage attaches to. You can see all the drill shavings. That's from when I drilled the hole right here for that bolt to go through that holds it down. Those shavings were getting kind of hung up on the pins as I came up and off, and once those shavings kind of got out of the way, it came off no problem. So gives us some good access here to the frame, and now we can get on to welding and rotating this thing around. This parking brake thing still needs to come off. I'm intending to bolt that on. I need to drill and tap some holes there. Right now it's just tack welded very lightly in 4 corners, worked well, but I want to be able to have it easier to remove that for in the future for service and that sort of thing. So good progress, happy with how this all looks, and next time we'll get into basically more welding and go from there. So thanks everyone for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. Leave any comments in the bottom on what you'd like to see further on any of this stuff, and we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks again.